remember it ended in a wonderful prefab. So
They should really look into them because they're not what they used to be years ago.
I'll tell them. So she was gonna put it into more money. She has a lot of money
Hello,
saved.
everyone.
She has her own business.
Big
Put in
Al
some more
back
money to get something
with
better,
Gorilla TV,
and they're gonna go
live
away
from Harry's
for
Havana Hut
the
over in
600
Bayside, Queens. Harry will be joining us shortly, as well as Robert Caldwell for a virtual Caldwell event. Okay, just waiting for him to link in. In the meantime, I'm lighting up one of the Secret Stash cigars from Caldwell. These are event-only sticks. They are only available in shops that carry um, their antique line from Caldwell, which is an excellent cigar. I've tried a couple of them already today, and they've been all exceptional. As well as these, I actually had one earlier and going for another one now. They're very good. Okay. Um, we're doing this event over at Harry's Havana Hut in Bayside, Queens. Okay, Harry will be joining us shortly. But also, for any of you people that couldn't make it, if you want to buy any of the sticks or get access to any of the event-only sticks or even any of the limited edition Caldwells that Harry has in shop, including his hard-to-get cigar, his Harry Stick cigar, the infamous No Free Ride, as well as Harry's Cookie Bars. Okay. Hit up Harry on the Harry's Havana Hut Instagram page. Just DM him and with what you're interested in and what you're looking for, and he'll get back to you with some information on how much it's going to cost, what the shipping is, and how to send in payment. And he'll be more than happy to hook you up with whatever cigars that you want.
I'm sorry, Al.
No problem. Yeah, Harry's taking some pictures over here while we're waiting. I'm going to light up my stick, have a bit of a drink.
Robert's going to join us in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
He just texted me.
Robert just texted Harry, said he's going to be hitting us up in about 5-10 minutes. So stay tuned. In the meantime, I'm going to smoke a cigar. All kinds of tasty stuff. Here, try one of these, John.
What is that?
One of your event-only sticks.
It's called,
I want to buy something.
no, but, yeah, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
But yeah, so we're just waiting on Mr. Caldwell right now. He said, like I said, he's going to be on in 5 or 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this stick. Actually, you missed Kenny Dordecker from the Chief Cigars, was actually with us earlier. Hung out, had a few sticks. Even gave me this wonderful lighter from the Chief Cigars. It's an actual Vertigo. Very nice cigar. Does a nice job on cigars. Real good solid cigar. It's a legit Vertigo with his logo on it. Came out beautiful. He's really stepping up his swag game lately. Wish he was still here. I would have gotten him on with us. In the meantime, everybody just sit back and chill out. We'll be going live with Robert Caldwell shortly.
I've been saving this for now.
In the meantime, I'm enjoying some nice Four Roses, small batch select, while I'm waiting for Mr. Caldwell to join us. It pairs very nicely with a good cigar.
So, I told my kids, if it ever comes to the point where, for whatever reason, you guys can't take care of me, or I can't take care of myself, whatever, listen, there's a great Masonic village, just put me there. They'll take care of me. You know what I mean? They're like, thanks, Dad.
We're not going to worry about you.
So now that you get the grandkids,
Hi guys, how you doing? This is Harry from Harry's Havana Hut, and we're here with Al Lapider, the main master gorilla from Smokehouse Gorillas. and we're having our first annual Smokesgiving, as we've been talking about it over the last few weeks. So basically, we are just waiting on Robert Caldwell to join us in a couple of minutes. We have a lot of special of Caldwell cigars, mostly on all the exclusive Paris Cabana Lost and Found that he did for us. All those 10 packs are basically running 20% off today, so pretty much $90 for a 10 pack. And also we have the antique line from Caldwell, which was 25 retailers in the country only. Harry Sabana happens to be one of those 25 retailers. And as a bonus, we are able to offer you guys today the secret stash, which is part of the antique line, and it's only for events only, which is what we're doing now. It's either a virtual event or a live event. So this is the antique selection. So that has right now we have two Coronas, one Corona size from 2008 and one from 2010. We also have a Toro from 2008 and a Super Toro from 2010. And I'm about to light up the Toro from 2008 actually in a few minutes. And hopefully we'll have Robert Caldwell join us any minute
He actually
now.
just popped in.
Oh, beautiful. So we're also live on Facebook under Smokehouse Gorilla public page and on YouTube under Smokehouse Gorilla. So you're welcome to join us on either one of those, either YouTube or Facebook Smokehouse Gorillas, or right here. And I just see Robert just joined us, Lost and Found Cigars. How you doing, brother?
Hey, everybody. Big Al here, Harry from Harry's Havana Hut, and the man himself, Robert Caldwell from Caldwell Cigars in the Lost and Found line. Here for our virtual Caldwell event.
Doing well.
Harry's
Hey,
Havana
Harry, I got both these things going, but one of them's got a delay.
Is it the Instagram one that I'm on like right now?
Can you hear
I
me?
mean, yeah, I can hear you, brother. I can hear you. I'm just trying to work out the Instagram things.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on. I had to accept you. I'm sorry. I just
okay.
accepted you on the Instagram thing. Now you should be good, brother. Here we
There we
go.
go.
Now we're okay.
There we go. Got Robert Caldwell live with the Smokehouse Gorillas and Harry from Harry's Havana Hut. Here to talk about his new antique line and his secret stash collection that we're enjoying the hell out of right now. Very
Awesome.
good job, brother.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, sir. We've been looking forward to this for a while. So finally, we are here and we're doing it live. So what better way to enjoy the weekend right after the holidays and Thanksgiving with the family and shopping with the wives. Now we can chill.
Hey, Harry, I'm getting a lot of feedback, I think, because the double.
Probably from the double audio. You're probably
Yeah.
getting some feedback from the double audio.
Is that from you, Al?
No, it's from the cell phone because he's got the audio going right next to his computer.
Let me move my phone a little bit.
Yeah, don't mind Harry. He just had a party foul with his drink, so he's
Yes,
playing cleanup at the moment.
I felt like licking it off the bench because it was good bourbon.
It was good bourbon, so he's pissed off at himself right now.
That's okay.
Yeah. What are you smoking tonight, Robert?
I'm smoking the 2015 Antique.
Oh, nice. I haven't tried that one yet. Right now, I'm smoking the Secret Stash. This one.
Okay.
In the Corona. The
Nice.
black packaging in the Corona. Excellent stick, man. The
Thank
second one
you.
I've had today, and I usually don't do two of the same in a day. This was
Yeah.
just very good cigar.
No, I like that cigar very much.
And the Corona Vitola for this blend is phenomenal. I understand why it's one of your favorites. You done cleaning up your mess there, Harry?
Yes, we're back in business, baby. So, Robert, I mean, I know that the secret stash, it's one of your like personal selection ones that you put aside because you're a tobacco hoarder, just like most of us are. And I know your taste very well, and I couldn't wait to get it in. And luckily, it arrived today with the UPS, so it was perfect timing for the event. And I already tried the two Corona sizes, the 2008 and 2010, and of course, I love them. And I'm about to try the Toro, which is the 2008, I believe. And then we have the Super Toro from 2010. You mind telling the guys a little bit about how the whole secret stash came about?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll do Antique and Secret Stash.
Sounds good.
So Antique was a project, or is a project, that we've been working on for, I guess, about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
It's obviously part of the Lost and Found brand, but it's stuff. It's just really, really small production. You guys hear that? Should I turn off one of these, Harry?
You might want yeah, because I think he's getting the feedback from the speaker on
From,
the cell
from the
phone.
phone, yeah, I think it's better like the way it is. If you want, maybe put your phone like kind of on a different angle,
Yeah,
or maybe lower the
I'd say if
volume.
anything, lower the volume on your cell phone,
Yeah.
and that should kill that feedback.
Yeah, if you would lower the volume on the cell phone, I did the same with mine.
Okay, I just did that.
Yeah,
There you go.
because it was doing the
took care of
same.
most of it.
I don't know. I
That's
still
coming from
hear it.
yours now too. Yeah, it's coming. Mute the audio on your cell phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one was Harry.
That was me,
That was Harry. We fixed it.
No
Yeah, we're
worries.
trying to broadcast on too many different devices and
Yeah.
still working the kinks out.
We want to make sure we're on every platform we
Yeah,
can.
'cause right now we're on the private group for the Smokehouse Gorillas, the public page for the Smokehouse Gorillas, and the Smokehouse Gorillas YouTube page, as well as Harry's Havana Hut on Instagram. So we're going
Nice.
everywhere.
Okay. Besides the technical difficulties, we're going back. It's all yours, Robert. Take it away,
Go ahead.
brother.
Educate us, brother.
Perfect. Yeah. So Antique. It's like I said, we've been working on that project for like 5 years. We've been waiting to get the cigars for the last 2 years. Most of them were supposed to come in. Well, I don't know, before COVID. So they're just starting to come in now. So Antique's a project we selected 25 retailers. Obviously, Harry, you're one of the 25. It's going to be an ongoing project, so there's going to be new stuff coming. So the stuff that we just mentioned right now, we're kind of towards the end of that part of the first run, if you will. And then we're at, I think, the 7th or 8th store out of 25. So not everybody's going to get the same product. And it's just small quantities. So, I mean, you'll notice on the boxes, they're all numbered. The box number on the first release went up to 300, but that's because a lot of the stuff went to Europe. But most of them are going to be 100, 150 boxes, so around 1,000 or 1,500 cigars per release. But those are just cigars that are incredibly special. A lot of them are very, very old. They have all of them a vintage on the band. So the vintage is the year it was manufactured. But it doesn't necessarily mean, so some of the cigars maybe have a 2017 vintage. And then those cigars were also selected because the age of tobacco used in the cigar was very old. So the first one that we brought out was the 2006 Corona. That was only, I don't know, 750 cigars. They were 25 count boxes. But the combined age of the tobacco in the cigar at the time of manufacture was 25 years. So it's really, really old tobacco inside of a cigar, which is also really old. But then most of the stuff is 2017, 2016, 15. The younger vintages have very, very aged tobacco inside of them. So it goes kind of one of two ways. It's either a really old cigar or it's really old tobacco inside of an old cigar. But there's cigars that we just think are awesome. And then so over the years, we set them aside as we got access to them and kind of dedicated to this project that we've been planning for a while. And as he said, the rollout's been really slow. So we're on store number 8 of 25 or 9 of 25. One of the reasons for that is I do all the packaging myself. I mean, even bands. So I put bands on the cigars. I embellish all them. I fill out all the blend cards. So I do it all myself. and I move very slowly. So that's kind of fun. And that's antique. And then so by being an antique dealer, you have access to event cigar only, which is the secret stash. That cigar is an even more fun story. Those are cigars that several years ago I came up with the idea because I sent out some cigars to a retailer to do a private label like we do, Harry, and I sent them out to him, and then I sat down and smoked one because I hadn't smoked them in a while, and I was like, "There's no way I'm selling that guy that cigar." So I called UPS the next day and we recalled the packages and then brought them back and just stuck them in my secret stash. So as time passed, I built up a really big secret stash. So I have about 20,000 cigars in a kind of like never will sell category. And then coming into this antique line rollout, I decided to sell some of the cigars to special retailers for special occasions. So we're going to roll out, a little bit of secret stash here or there to certain retailers for events. We might offer a little bit over the holidays to antique dealers as well. The difference between the cigars, the stuff that goes into secret stash, those are my hand-picked favorite cigars, which means they're probably going to be lighter. They're probably going to be much more mellow, much more nuanced cigars. And I think that most of the antique line stuff is more bold. Even if it's a lighter cigar, Connecticut wrapper that's very old, it has a very, very bold flavor. Even if it's a bold flavor of like nuttiness and creaminess. And the secret stash stuff is more muted. You might have to look for things a little bit more, but to me they're more sophisticated cigars. But they've aged to a point where a lot of the flavor is subtle. So I would not guide necessarily anybody who's like medium plus to full into secret stash. Whereas antique line, like the 2006 Robusto that I was texting you about earlier, Harry, that cigar, it's a mellow cigar, but it's packed with flavor. So anybody out there will enjoy that cigar. So antique is kind of built for a smoker that, all over the spectrum. So you have mild, medium, medium plus. There's nothing full in that collection, but mild, medium, medium plus, packed with flavor. And the secret stash is going to be a bit more nuanced, lighter cigars, more mellow, but to me also a little bit more sophisticated than the antique stuff.
And now that you're telling us all this, it makes perfect sense because that was my initial feedback when I first got yesterday. I got the five facings of the antiques, and the 2006 and 2016 Maduro was also the Toro Maduro was the two that looked like they'll be a little bit more like medium full, as you were saying. So I mean, that 2006, I mean, in all honesty, I mean, that Colorado wrapper, I believe, it's such a specific, it has that reddish look on it. It was just, again, to my taste, would be medium. To some people, maybe medium full, but it has a lot of, like, complexity and a lot of great taste to it. And in Secret Stash, by now I think I kind of know your taste, and we have a similar taste here, more about the complexity and just having it doesn't have to kick your ass. It just has to have enough complexity, and you're all about like having different flavors and different notes in there. So it's all about settle and being more elegant kind of cigar, so sort of to say. So I mean, right now I'm doing the the Secret Stash, the Toro, which I believe it's 2008, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm loving it. It's a perfect, like elegant, beautiful, like just tasty cigar. Oh, that's a 2012. So again, I mean, I really appreciate it. I always been excited every time that we do a project with you, Robert, because I mean, I'll be honest with you. By now, I think you know my taste better than I know my taste. Because whenever we do projects for those of my customers that didn't know it, I'll tell you that much that I trust Robert to the point that if he takes me and he says, "Dude, I have some killer smokes, you're gonna love it," and I would just go for it. That's gonna be the next project. And I never, ever had tasted any of the smokes prior to having it in my shop after it's all said and done. So, and so far I never been disappointed because it's always a different twist to it. Some of them are like more medium, some of them are more medium full, and every single one is just end up, pleasantly surprised me better and better. I mean, they're all great, but each one I'm like, damn, he did it again, man. He never let me down on, pinpointing like my taste, and I know most of my customers' taste. And like the hard to get, the one in the green packet is pretty much become a favorite to a lot of my guys. This guy right here,
One of my favorites.
and I mean, I don't know, the sexy ghost sweaty tie maybe adds to it, but the cigar itself is a banging cigar. I mean, I love the Habano Maduro, the Nicaraguan fillers. It's a perfect 45-minute Robusto. So most of my guys buy it by the 10 pack. They don't even bother buying 3-4 sticks at a time. And
I'm working through my second 10-pack right now.
so it's really like it's been a great venture, and I always appreciate you always being willing to work with me and creating some cool projects and working on those and providing my customers with something totally different. I mean, everybody knows that whenever I get a new one that's a collaboration with you as an exclusive Harris Cabana hat, lost and found, they know that it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's always a hit. Every time I come in here and he's got something new on the shelf from you, he says it's worth smoking, and he's always right. Always a good smoke, always solid construction, always great flavor. Even some of them, which was the one that was the Old Dominican.
That was the Harry Sticks.
Yes,
I
the
mean,
Harry
that was
Sticks.
the one you kind of did a bait and switch on me, but in the end of the day, I'm so happy you did it because it was going to be, I think this one we were talking of being all Nicaraguan, and like last minute, you're like, oh, by the way, that's an old Dominican stick. At first, I was like, oh, shit. Come
Yeah,
on, dude.
I'm normally not a big Dominican Puro guy.
Neither am I.
There's very few Dominican Puros that I really enjoy smoking.
But
When he
once-
told me it was all Dominican, I was like, he's like, try it. And I'm like,
I was
okay.
like,
I tried
trust
it.
me.
I bought a 10
I
pack.
said, don't go by what you read on the package, go by my word, because that stick actually, I rarely do like the same cigar 2-3 at the same day. I always have 5-6 cigars and they're always something different, but that the old Dominican Harry stick, I can have 2 or 3 in one day, and it's just like it's a perfect construction, a perfect balance of taste, and from now on, I promise I can't be so biased towards all Dominican Puros. I said, that's it. This is out the window. I can't judge it anymore by being all Dominican. And you're the reason, man. You changed my way of looking at, like, because the origin of the country or anything, that doesn't mean really shit. To be honest with you, it's all about the balance between the tobaccos.
And not only that, it's also with the construction, because my biggest problem with Dominicans, I usually don't like the way they burn. I usually have burn issues, wonky ash on them. I usually don't have an issue. And the one way I described that stick when Harry gave it to me to smoke, I was like, it's got all the Dominican flavors that I like, but it burns like a Nicaraguan. It burns clean. It burns nice. It's always no touch-ups, no nothing. It's just a good constructed stick. And that's always the problem that I've had with the Dominicans, with their flowering freaking ashes and everything. It usually, I spend too much time touching it up that I can't enjoy it. But with this one, I got the flavors from the Dominican that I love, but I also got the smokability of a Nicaraguan, which amazed the hell out of me. Amazed the hell out of me. Good work on that one, brother.
Thank you. And also, guys, I have some like sizes that Robert had created to his liking, like this is Trouble from Blind Man's Bluff Maduro, the Lonsdale and the Corona. Those are phenomenal sizes. Taste totally different. I know it's the same tobaccos, but You know, I love those sizes, and I still have some of the Savages and the last started those like Lanceros or some sizes that you made up yourself. It's not your typical size.
No,
It's like
you know me, I'm a big Vitola whore. I love an oddball Vitola, and I always love when he says, "You got to try this one." I look at it and I'm like, "Oh my god, where the hell did that come from?"
it's phenomenal stuff. I mean, really, really looking forward to introduce everybody to the Antique line because they're all outstanding. The secret stash. So for all of you guys that are on social media now, you're welcome to hit me up on private message on Instagram if you're interested into buying any of the Antique line or the secret stash for today and today only. I'm doing a 20% off on any of the antique lines, and I can ship it to you. Just hit me up on the Instagram on the private messaging, and I will give you the details and the prices, and I'll ship it first thing on Monday.
And if you like the antique line, don't be scared to grab as many as you can because they're going to be gone very quickly.
That's exactly what we're talking about earlier. I was like, you know what? Don't tell me I'll think about it because tomorrow I can't guarantee you anything. You know?
I know there's already been a couple of sticks that he brought in just for our event today that are down to like the last 3 or 4 sticks, not 3 or 4 packs, 3 or 4 sticks. Because these guys, when they find something they like, they go crazy.
Well, that's the thing about those cigars. It's something that you'll never really find anywhere else. It's not something that you'll be like, oh yeah, I'll get it next week. I can get it from another shop. They're all so exclusive.
The problem is around here, there is not another shop that I could think of in the area that has as wide a selection of Caldwell cigars. I can't think of it. Most of them will have some of the more mainline production stuff. Exactly. But when it comes to the real boutique stuff, the lost and found stuff, the stuff that's got the age on it, which I love me a cigar with some age on it, and you can't find those everywhere. I always tell people anybody that asks me where they got to go to smoke in New York, I tell them Harry's Havana Hut. He's got the best place to smoke, the best selection of cigars, and bar none, if you like anything from Caldwell, he's got the most eclectic collection of Caldwell cigars that I've seen anywhere.
Well, appreciate it. That's the thing. I mean, I have shipped like a lot of 10 packs of exclusives because people that are big Caldwell fans, they always follow me on Instagram and they say they're like, oh, where can I get it? It's here. That's it.
Exactly.
So you're welcome, to order. I'll ship it. I ship it to at least 15, 20 different states. And people constantly keep an eye on my Instagram to see what's new that I'm going to put that comes out of Lost and Found and Caldwell stuff.
So now what else do you have coming down the pipe there, Robert?
What's that?
What else do you have coming down the pipe? You have anything new that's coming out other than the antique line?
Caldwell, we got something that hopefully comes this year, which is it's King is Dead box press.
Ooh, I like a box press.
Yeah, they're really good. I don't know if we'll be able to get that out this year. If not, it'll be January.
That's fine. I can wait till January. I'm patient.
It's only a month left, thank God.
Only a month to go.
Yeah, those are really nice cigars. It's our first box press that we've had.
Okay.
It's a fantastic cigar. They're coming like Robusto, Toro, and then there's a Corona. We're going to announce that in the next couple of weeks, and then hopefully we'll get it out mid-December. But
okay.
In all reality, I imagine that'll be next year.
Okay.
Fuller body, fuller flavor. It's more of like a Long Live the King style product than it is a King is Dead product. But it's a bigger body, more bold take on King is Dead, and then box press. And then Lost and Found. We don't. My Instagram cut out. Lost and Found. We don't have any releases scheduled for this year. Just continue rolling out antique line.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually we might have some small sprinklings of stuff. Like we have Swedish Delight coming back, but we have to ship that to Sweden first, so that's probably going to be January. And then we have a brand coming in January, Lost and Found. That's going to be phenomenal, and that's going to be also just 25 accounts. So Harry will have that one also. It's called 22 Minutes to Midnight.
Brother, you know, I mean,
Beautiful.
you don't even need to come.
I know where to come get it.
We're all in, and just an FYI, I also got like the Nicaraguan blind man's bluff, the Robusto. That's a pretty banging. Like
That's an excellent stick. That's an excellent stick.
Yeah, the Nicaraguan version.
Well,
is
my
nice.
Instagram cut
They're all
out.
good. They're all good. It all depends
And then
what
we
mood you're in.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I can honestly say I really have never had a bad stick from Caldwell.
I agree.
Whether it's the main line or the Lost and Found line, I've never had a bad stick from there.
Well, I know that in the beginning of next year we have to work on our next exclusive Lost and Found, Robert. So I know we're gonna
Sounds good.
we're gonna definitely come up with something to start the new year with. And it's been a great run with those. And you know, everybody that got hooked on, they still keep coming, and like all the like shit, we have about 11 or 12 lines of exclusives already. And they're all doing well, brother. I still remember the first one we did was the Escape Artist like a year and a half ago. And
That was an excellent stick.
and now 12 exclusives later, we're here.
That was a Lonsdale, right? The first one?
No, it was a Toro.
Yes.
It was a Toro. It was a Toro.
I still have some of those left.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad I picked up a couple of bundles of those. Because that was an excellent stick.
Yes, sir. But I mean, I'm really, really happy that you were able to join us. I mean, it worked out pretty much like on its own. You know, we were talking about, oh, how do I get the secret stash? And we already had this event lined up, so it was a perfect opportunity to have you on. And I know that my customers appreciate the fact that they get a chance to see you and talk about the line a little bit and the whole, you know, all the Caldwell stuff, so it gives them a better idea of how it was created and how. Oh, by the way, guess what? I have about like maybe 20, 25 boxes left of that. Right now it's age perfect. Casey Block, baby.
Oh, yeah?
Casey Block.
Awesome.
I know that back in the day, I what was it, 3-4 years ago, I got my hands on like 40 boxes, and I just like tried it the other day, and like people are like, holy crap, what is that? That thing is delicious, brother. The Casey Block, and I have some of the Swedish Delights, the original ones. The ones that were meant for Europe in the boxes.
Awesome. Hey, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, do your thing, brother. Do your thing.
But yeah, that just goes to show. It's one of the things that I love about Harry and the way he maintains his humidor. He doesn't buy 3 or 4 boxes like other shops. He buys 30 or 40 boxes, and he ages them. So if you come a few years after they've been released and he still has them, their original release and they're aged to perfection because he maintains his humidor meticulously.
Well, that's my version of the secret.
Yeah.
Yes. Harry's whole humidor is the secret stash for Queens.
Well, I always like to call it the scavenger hunt for adults. When they come and they dig in all the corners and they find stuff, I'm like, did you find this in my humidor? What is that?
It happens all the time. Every time we do an event, I've got some guys that'll spend a half hour, 45 minutes just in his little humidor, just trying to hunt down the stuff that he's forgotten he has in there.
Well, the Caldwell section is right next to the door in the very front of the humidor. So usually everybody's on their knees there looking for stuff.
Digging through, looking for something good, and they always find something.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Listen, I mean, it's a real pleasure to have you live with us, Robert. I mean, we appreciate all you do for the industry and like providing, you know, your customers with all that like unique stuff, and it's really, really, you know, one of the best like like lines for cigar connoisseurs, people that actually really appreciate the complexity and the story and the aging and everything else that goes with it. It's not just a cigar; it's an experience.
One of the things I've always loved with the Lost and Found line, it's cigars that, unless it was for you, nobody would ever smoke, nobody would ever see them or smoke them. They're cigars that would get lost in the shuffle in most places, and he gets them out to the market and gives people the opportunity to try stuff that they normally wouldn't have access to, and they're always spot on and excellent.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, I know you're busy. It's a Saturday.
No, you know what happened? I came to a fucking cigar lounge in my neighborhood that I'm members at, and the fucking woman that owns it, she had an emergency, had to step out.
And you're running the shop?
No, at all. But I'm in the lounge area, which is private. And people keep coming back here
asking you
and asking me
questions.
shit. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Ask the girl next door.
That's awesome. Just sell him a Caldwell and a Lost and
But
Found.
so, an old man came and he had to take a piss, but he wanted to use the bathroom, but then I had to lock him out again.
That's awesome.
Don't feel bad. I was giving tours of Harry's humidor earlier. Harry was busy, and he's like, "Can you show him around?" Okay, no problem.
Listen, most of my good friends that are my customers, they're trained well enough to know where all the gems are hidden. Like, give him the tour.
Give him the tour, no problem. I know what stuff to point out. I know the good stuff, and I know the stuff I don't want them buying because I want it there for me for later.
Yeah, tell them it's a horrible cigar.
Yeah, that one's a horrible cigar. Leave that one. I'll buy a box later.
So all good, brother. I really, really wish you and the family a happy holidays and, have a great month of December. I look forward to see you. Are you going to be at the TPE, Rob?
I will be, yeah.
I'll definitely see you there, but I'm going to go for tacos instead with you.
Sounds good. We dropped off a burrito.
Here we go.
At a retailer. We left it on his doorstep. One of the PCA board members.
That's
I
awesome.
went to Taco Bell and I bought him a fucking burrito. Because I was in his market, but I didn't go to his store, and I just left the burrito.
That's why we love you, brother, because, it is what it is, and we gotta have fun with it. It's a big industry, but it's a small industry, and if you don't have fun with it, what's
the purpose of doing it if you can't have fun doing it?
You gotta have fun. I'm definitely looking forward to the TP in January. And I'm going out with you guys for burritos and tacos.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Robert, thank you, my brother. Yes. Always a pleasure. Keep up the great work, and thank you for having us being one of the 25 retailers having those special sticks here.
Likewise, absolutely.
And thank you for the secret stash. We're enjoying it, and the lucky ones that are here early enough, they can enjoy it. And the unlucky ones, they'll have to wait till the next batch of secret
The unlucky ones,
if
you
there
know.
is one. It's phenomenal stuff as always, brother.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Definitely.
Thank you,
Keep
Robert.
up the good work, brother.
Be good, brother. Thank you so much.
You too.
Best to you and your family.
Yes. Have a happy holiday with the family, brother.
Take care. Thank you.
Stop focusing on me and focus on you.
Okay, that was Robert Caldwell enjoying a little time with the gorillas and Harry from Harry's Havana Hut. Once again, just to recap, Harry's is going to be one of the 25 stores across the nation that actually are allowed to carry the new Caldwell Lost and Found antique line. Right now, there's 4 different sticks.
Right now, I have 5
different sticks, and they're all, what are they, ranging from 2008 to 2016?
Yeah, from 2006 to 2016.
2006 to 2016. Each cigar is either a cigar that was aged since the date that was on it, or that was rolled with tobacco from that year. So everything in this line is all rare, hard to find, already aged, either sticks or rolled from tobacco that's been aged. And they're excellent sticks. I've had several of them already today. I've lost track of how many I've smoked, but they've all been excellent. Smoking one of the secret stash releases today, which are ones that are only available at Caldwell events and only available at Caldwell events at the 25 antique line holders. And if you want to order any of the stuff or order any of the other limited editions from Caldwell that Harry is the only one that carries, feel free to hit him up. The Harry's Habana Hut Instagram page. Just direct message Harry, and he'll make sure he'll get you some pricing, get you some shipping. If you place an order this weekend, he'll have everything shipped out on Monday for you. He'll do everything, make sure you're happy, and also while you're talking to him, hit him up about his swag, because Harry does have some of the best hats and shirts in the market. I can honestly say that. I mean, look at this hat. Who would not want this hat? I would have worn mine today, but I forgot it. I actually have it.
The funny thing with the camel hat, every time one of my customers buys it, they come the next day. I'm like, what the fuck is your hat? And they're like, oh, my wife stole it. My daughter stole it because they like the way it looks.
Yeah, no. I wear mine when I'm too lazy to do my hair. So.
Well, I don't have much hair.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he has the best swag. He has some of the funniest and nicest shirts.
Right now we have the Hard to Get, which is actually exact replica of the label of the Hard to Get.
That logo on the silk screened on the front of a shirt, and it is gorgeous. A nice long sleeve, but not too heavy a long sleeve, but not too light a long sleeve. I normally don't. Yes, I don't like long sleeve shirts. As you can see, I'm always in short sleeves, but I bought one the last time I was here because it's a really nice shirt, and I love the fucking logo. In all honesty, who would not love walking around with that on their chest?
And if you guys want to order any of those shirts, they're normally $36. So today, only if you order, it's $25, and I can ship it to you wherever you are at.
There you go. There you go. If you're in the area, you can order it, and he'll hold it for you. You can come pick it up. If not, he'll ship anywhere, as long as you pay for the shipping. Ain't nothing shipping for free. Because always remember, read the cigars. No free rides.
Kids. No such a thing as a free ride.
No such thing as a free ride. Exactly.
That's always the case.
But anything else you want to go over with the people, Harry?
No, actually, right now I'm just trying to post the live video on Instagram, so I apologize for
no problem.
But yeah, as I said, if you stop by tonight, we're planning on being here at least till 10, 11 p.m. So if you want to stop by tonight, take advantage of the 20% off the decline, which is today only. And actually just take advantage of it, period, because I really honestly, by Monday, I don't think that we're going to have any.
I can tell you right now, I've got the whole pile of all the Secret Stash sticks sitting right next to me right now. And we've got maybe, well, one of them we only have one of. The Corona. The Corona from, what's this one? From 2010, we only have this one bundle left. The Toro from 2010, we only have 5 bundles left. The Toro from 2012, we only have 4 bundles left. And the Corona from 2012, we only have 4 bundles left. Okay? So make sure you come in, and also he has plenty left of the hard to get.
Those are 20% off those Harry sticks on off right, so it's $90 a 10 count. So if you order it shipped, you'll be $100 shipped with
there you go.
everything.
Any of the Harry's exclusives, with the discount for the event, they're only $90. If you need them shipped, it's only $100 shipped to your door. So get on that quick, because they're definitely worth it. Hope everybody enjoyed. If you need anything, like I said, any questions, hit up Harry on Instagram. Just direct message him, and he'll make sure you get taken care of.
Well, cheers, guys.
Yes.
Happy holidays to you and your family.
Cheers, guys, because I need more alcohol. And if you stop by tonight, we got plenty of bourbon flowing, so make sure you stop by and have a good drink.
We have beers, bourbon, water, some crazy pizzas from
Exactly.
right
Oh yeah, we're gonna be ordering another round of food soon, so get here quicker. There ain't gonna be none left for us.
That's right, baby. Cheers,
Enjoy,
guys.
everyone.
Happy holidays.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us.
Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving, happy
it smoking.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If I don't see you, enjoy, guys.
I had a brownie.